Star Trek's Jack Quaid leaves Boimler behind with two new movies I can't wait for. Jack Quaid has become one of the most interesting actors working in Hollywood today. While many know him as Huey from The Boys or as the voice of the nervous yet lovable Ensign Brad Boimler in Star Trek Lower Decks, his career is far from being boxed into those roles. In fact, Quaid is stepping out of the shadow of his Trek character with not one but two new films that show off his range and charisma. For fans of both Star Trek and Jack Quaid, it's an exciting moment to watch his career evolve. From Starfleet to the big screen, Boimler has been an instant fan favorite on Lower Decks. With his awkward sense of duty, anxious energy, and never-ending quest to be the perfect officer, he represents the heart of the show. Quaid's vocal performance gives the character life, turning what could have been a one-note parody into something heartfelt and genuinely funny. But actors, like their characters, need to keep boldly going forward. As much as Quaid has thrived in the Trek universe, his latest project proved he isn't just comfortable being the nerdy ensign forever. These new films give him opportunities to explore different tones and genres, all while retaining the charm that makes him so watchable. The first movie, a new spin on sci-fi action, the first of Quaid's upcoming project dives into a bold sci-fi action story that feels tailor-made for him. While his work in The Boys proved he can hold his own in dark, violent satire, this new film shifts gears into a more classic adventure. Think less dystopia and more spacefaring spectacle. This role challenges Quaid to be more than the comedic relief or the everyman caught in chaos. He'll need to balance vulnerability with action hero grit, showing audiences a different side of his screen persona. If his ability to voice Boimler's constant panic while still making him endearing is anything to go by, then bringing depth to a sci-fi hero should be right in his wheelhouse. And let's be honest, there's something poetic about a guy who plays a Starfleet ensign finally getting his own big screen sci-fi spotlight. It's like watching Boimler's wildest dreams come true, only in live action and with a lot more explosions. The second movie, a gritty indie drama. If the first film lets Quaid lean into spectacle, the second one strips things down completely. This project is a gritty indie drama, the kind of movie where character work takes center stage. It's a sharp contrast from the lightheartedness of Lower Decks or the exaggerated violence of The Boys. Here, Quaid will be forced to deliver raw emotion and subtle nuance. It's a chance for him to prove that he isn't just great at quirky comedy or genre television, but also capable of carrying the weight of a serious narrative. For an actor with his background, coming from a famous Hollywood family yet carving his own path, this feels like a defining career move. Actors who can jump from sci-fi to indie realism often have the longest careers. By investing himself in such different projects, Quaid is showing he wants to be seen as more than a TV guy or a voice actor. He's building the kind of range that separates cult favorites from household names. Why this matters for Star Trek fans? As much as these new movies are about Quaid growing as an actor, they're also a gift for Trek fans. One of the joys of Star Trek has always been watching actors use it as a springboard for bigger opportunities. From William Shatner turning Captain Kirk into a cultural icon to Zoe Saldana using her role as Uhura as a stepping stone into Guardians of the Galaxy and Avatar, Trek performers often go on to shape Hollywood in surprising ways. Quaid is following that tradition. Seeing him rise outside of Star Trek doesn't take anything away from Boimler. Instead, it enriches the character. When Lower Decks returns, fans will watch with a new appreciation for the actor behind the purple-haired ensign. Knowing he's capable of tackling sci-fi heroes and dramatic leads makes his comedic fumbling as Boimler even more delightful. Jack Quaid's bright future. What makes Quaid's career so exciting right now is that he doesn't seem to be rushing toward a single type. He's not trying to be just a leading man, just a comedian, or just an action star. He's experimenting. He's testing his limits. And crucially, he's choosing projects that allow him to show off different pieces of his talent. That kind of versatility will serve him well as Hollywood keeps shifting. In an age where actors are often locked into franchises for a decade, Quaid is managing to be part of Star Trek and The Boys while still carving out space for movies that could define him in fresh ways. It's the best of both worlds, the stability of beloved series and the creative freedom of film. Conclusion: Boimler's not gone, but Quaid's going further. Jack Quaid isn't abandoning Boimler, but he is proving he doesn't need to stay confined to Starfleet's Lower Decks. With